Jimmy Friday, and we back at it. This week we gonna continue with Agape Love. Love always hope. Let's dig into it. So as I think about love always hopes, it puts me in mind of people's health. I changed my eating habits over 10 years ago, and I've seen the effects it have. I've seen the benefits from it. And I've witnessed, I lived the destruction from not taking care of my body as well. So I see my people suffer from health issues, just from having wrong diets or neglecting their health, period. I see so many people dealing with blood pressure issues to joint pains, and it's all about what we consuming with our bodies. Even myself, I had dealt with acid reflux, and that was just from having too much belly fat. Not just living, however, eating whatever, and I had heartburn issues. And so once I changed my eating habits, and I started shedding the excess weight, the excess belly fat that I had, the heartburn issues went away. I used to take little pills, medication just for the issue. But once I changed my health, I no longer had to take those pills. Not saying that the pills was helping, because all it did was just numb the pain until I actually did something myself and made it go away permanently. Man, I think about that, just how vital it is with our health. I want my people to live better. I want them to live better lives, good and healthy lives. And stop dying too soon, because of bad health issues. We can't even do a lot of physical activities with our kids because our health issues won't allow us to get out there and do stuff with them. So it's putting kids in a position to where they're having to find someone to fill that empty void, all because the parents can't get out there and run around and play with them. We'll sit at home and tell them, go find some kids to play with, or something like that. And now they having to fill that empty void, and no telling what kid or person they gonna fill that empty void with. They might not have their best interests at heart. So as parents, we gotta get our health right. Love always hope. And I always hope for the better in people. I get, at times I get on my mom's about, her eating habits, because when she go to the doctor and they're telling her her cholesterol or something is going on with her health, and it's all from what she's consuming in her body, and it get frustrating at times, because not just her, but people in general, once we get set in our ways, it's kind of hard to get out of them. We don't want to take no advice from nobody, because we've been living a certain way for so long that we got comfortable, and we feel, well, this is my body and nobody's going to tell me how to live in it, but it doesn't hurt to, take some good advice, some beneficial advice, because, seeing the complications that we have to go through, and this it's not good for us, but, love always hope. That's my thing, I always hope, and so some things that cause just our health issues, some bad health reasons, is just a financial thing. Sometimes we'll rather go get fast food versus going to the store to buying something and going home to cook it. Because you can spend so much money on one or two meals when you can go to the store and get a better option of food and cook it at home yourself. At these restaurants, you don't really know what's all in this food they putting in there, but if you go buy it yourself, you know what ingredients you got, what you're putting in your body, what you're consuming. And a lot of times, it's we fighting the change. Like, we don't want to make adjustments to what we eat. We used to the taste of things, that we done been put on us since we was little. Like, they say soul food, and I think about like stuff, like, man, soul food is killing us. So how's it soul food to me? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me now that, I'm looking on a more healthier side of the picture. You know what I'm saying? And so, we got to fight that old way, and break out of, the comfort that we done put ourselves in, to make a better health choice, man, love always hopes, and just health is one thing, but I'm going to move on to like, with behavior and the habits. I've lost a lot of homies over the years, just because we done went down the wrong road. Choosing to do things, and living a life, that's it's putting other family members in positions to where they're having to take on kids, and it's also putting kids in position to where they're having to become the parent to take on their younger siblings because of the parent in their life didn't take care of themselves, making the right choice. So now little kid over here, he don't have a father, and then his mom's is stressed out or something, and getting misused or whatever, so this kid is being put in a different position, you know what I'm saying? And so, I believe as long as a person have breath in their body, there's hope for change. I believe, a person always, they can change out of whatever phase they're going through in life. They can live a higher vibration of life. You always have hope for somebody you love. You're going to always have hope for change of direction. Hope they'll shake off the lower life and early grave lifestyle and start a business or something. I got hopes in people like, because if you got a street hustle, I used to have a street business. You know what I'm saying? And so it let me know that you know how to run a business. All you got to do is get your management skills up and change your marketing skills. The marketing direction that you're going in. I believe in my people. You know what I'm saying? Because I see the ambition. I see the go-getter mentality that y'all got. So you can run your own business. We can change the game. You know what I'm saying? Be a game changer. But it's the first step we got to take. You know what I'm saying? We got to take that first step to want to change. Like I said, love always hope, and I always say, as long as a person is breathing, they can make a change today. And so, I just got so much love for my people. So that's why I'm speaking on this. I want to see things change in the world all over, not just for Tulsa, but everyone in the world, because you look at so much poverty we dealing with, and every person got a gift in them. If we use it and apply ourselves, it could help the next person, and that person can help the next person. In a mentality way, a mental way, and financially. We can build everything with just changing, how we living. So, love always hope, and I always hope that things is going to change. So my brother, he told me one time, he said, you got to take the chain off of your brain and reverse the game. And, a lot of times we shackled because of our own, we keeping our own selves shackled. Love always hope. That's just what I want to talk about this week. Is just love always hope. I believe in myself. I believe in you. So let's make a change. If you ain't eating right or doing right, figure out something. Figure out how you can change, because we are killing ourselves by what we're putting in our bodies, and we're killing ourselves by the decisions we're making. And I did some research on health. And it says it's a nerve connected to your gut that goes to the back of your brain that helps your thinking process. So whatever you putting in your stomach is affecting your thinking. So, you know, let's put better things in our bodies that's going to benefit the future and help our kids see us live a long life so they can pass it on. Because if we keep doing what we're doing, it's no, if there's no, the age limit of dying is going to be less than 50 years old. You know, I got an auntie that's in her 80s, you know what I'm saying? And I like seeing people that's living long lives. So, love, always hope, you know. So I'm going to catch y'all next time. You know, until then, you know, keep your head up, stay strong, stay prayed up, and let's do what's right out here. Let's benefit ourselves and others. Y'all be cool.